very exciting. The Super Bowl was this past Sunday. Obviously, the Steelers came away with the victory. They are the Super Bowl champs. And we are very excited to have, just a couple days later, an actual Super Bowl champion on the program. We have on the line, he's the defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Renfro. Are you there, Mr. Renfro?
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for coming on the show.
It's good to be here. Obviously it's a very exciting week for our football club and all of its players and supporters.
Yes, and congratulations on the Super Bowl victory.
Thank you. It was, it's been a long time coming for a lot of the players, and we just kind of all banded together and made it happen, and it's just been a whirlwind,
Uh-huh.
So.
But you did it. It's a long year, and you actually got to the promised land.
Exactly. That's a great way of putting it. I know Bruce put it the same way. I guess I'm a big fan of rock and roll and Bruce Springsteen. So, but yeah, to be on a Super Bowl winning team is the dream of every young boy when he puts on those pads for the first time, and I feel blessed that I could be a part of this wonderful experience. It's just incredible.
Well,
you'll never know unless you're standing there. Words don't really suffice
for what it must feel like to actually know that you're in such a select group of player.
Exactly. It's something I personally have been striving for my whole life. I don't know if you know any of my backstory or not, but I grew up in a Northern California town called Chico.
Sure.
I played high school ball there and was fortunate enough to have the skills to get a scholarship to USC.
Uh-huh.
Play there before getting drafted by the good old SF 49ers in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then you made your way over to the Steelers.
Exactly. That happened this past season in 2005. And,
wow, that was perfect timing.
This ring, is the culmination of many, many years of hard work and sacrifice from myself and many of my Steeler brethren, and it just boggles the mind. I mean, I'm in seventh heaven right now.
Uh-huh. And I know you must have a lot of as excited as you guys are. You have a whole city that is equally as excited, if not more.
Oh my! Yeah, well, if not more is the key phrase there. Definitely, it's like, I mean, we're completely jazzed to be in this position, but the fans are just this is what they live for, bar nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I mean, these people, they're the ultimate football fans, and they live for it. They would do anything to see their Steelers bring that trophy back to Pittsburgh.
Is there something that kind of separates a Steelers fan from an average football fan?
Well, not to cut down any of the other fans from other cities, but I mean, this is a tough place to live, and it's cold. It's cold there, Pittsburgh, and
mm-hmm.
Oh my God! I mean, these people are like I said, they live for it. They're the greatest fans. We do all we can to show our appreciation for them. We do all kinds of meet and greets, charity functions. You do what you can to reciprocate their love and loyalty to you and to your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just a great thing. Because quite honestly, our fans, they don't have the easiest lives.
Uh-huh.
And watching us play on Sunday is something that they live for, and it's the high point of their week. And Pittsburgh is a real blue collar town, as I'm sure you and your listeners know. And a lot of the fans, they work in the mills and the factories to support their families. The things they provide, the things that you and your family, need to get by.
Uh-huh.
Metals, woods, etc. And it all basically, a lot of it comes from Pittsburgh.
So it's a hard working town. we are excited to have on with us from the Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. We have defensive end Troy Renfro on with us.
Great to be here.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it is. It's a hard-working town, and I guess that you guys reflect that in your style.
You definitely feel like you owe the fans 180%, as much as you could possibly squeeze out of yourself. I mean, a lot of these people, a lot of these guys, they didn't have the same opportunities that I had. Growing up in Northern California, most of these guys in Pittsburgh didn't even, truth be told, didn't even graduate high school, judging by a lot of the fan mail that we get at the clubhouse.
What do you mean?
Well,
like a lot of the...
Well, we get a lot of, kind of supportive mail saying, really, you guys get out there and do it, this coming Sunday, like, you'd think a third grader wrote these letters. Go out there on Sunday and kick Cincinnati's asses. Sign the boys at, I don't know, Hoffman's Muffler Shop. Cincinnati spelled with 2 S's and ending with a Y.
So that's kind of the...
It's kind of sad, sad stuff there. I actually have a bunch of those letters up on the wall, what I call the dope board in the clubhouse.
The what board?
The dope board.
Dope?
Yeah, I kind of, we get a kick out of them sometimes.
And what is it? It's just fan mail?
It's like a lot of the fan mail that we get by the guys that, like I said, the guys that didn't really excel in school, So it's kind of fun. I mean, obviously, it doesn't translate to me just telling it right now, but it's sort of funny when you see it up on the dope board.
Just kind of like you see all the people who maybe didn't have the educational opportunities that you've had, or
didn't have the guts or the brains to kind of stick it out. I mean, a lot of people do make it through the Pittsburgh high school system, but I really haven't met many of them. That movie, like All the Right Moves.
Yeah, it's a
Tom Cruise flick.
Yeah, a football movie.
Yeah, he basically. I don't know if your listeners know the film. It's kind of a classic football film. You see it on ESPN every now and then.
Sure.
Tom Cruise is a high school football player, and he's up for the scholarship, and he comes from the total blue collar family, ends up screwing up his chances for the scholarship. But anyway, Pittsburgh, as far as my experience is, it's pretty much like that movie.
How so?
Well, a lot of these guys that I meet, they end up knocking up their girlfriends in high school, and they basically tied down for life with the family, the kids, the wife, end up becoming huge booze hounds. They come to these bars, like I'm out at a bar drinking or whatever, and guys come up and they want to let you know that, hey, I played football in high school. I could have gone to the pros, but I got a family to support. Like you just want to grab them by the down jacket and just say, dude, you could have used a rubber. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm totally religious, but it's like, that's one thing in the Bible that, I didn't really, I kind of skip over,
Is protection.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally Catholic.
Except for using protection.
Oh, that,
Well, that's a personal choice. I'm not going to...
Yeah. But, I mean, it's like, my life has been a lot better, as a result of using that kind of stuff.
But, well, that's
a whole other issue.
A whole other thing. But I am a little taken aback, I have to say, Mr. Renfro. And I should say we are joined by Troy Renfro, who is as of 2 days ago, a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
He's a defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, but I mean, you're talking about the people of Pittsburgh, like, that. I would say those are kind of blanket statements. I mean, you're saying you're meeting people and they're not very smart. I mean,
no. Well, some of them are smart. A lot of them aren't. But you know what the weird thing is?
What's that?
Most of these guys, they have these newspaper clippings that they carry in their wallets from their high school glory days.
Uh-huh.
In their wallets, like actual press clippings. It's unreal.
Of past achievements?
Of like articles that were written about them in whatever their high school paper was, or the local Allegheny Free Times or whatever, and they spread them out in the bar in front of you. They want you to read them. It's like, dude, there's no way the wiry, muscly guy in that picture is you.
Uh-huh.
It's like you're my age, but you look like George Wendt.
Wow. That's part of real life for a lot of people. That's how kind of working in a town like that can go, I guess.
You know what the worst part is?
What's that?
You don't show them the proper respect.
Uh-huh.
They want to challenge you to a blocking contest.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm not going to risk hurting you and you suing me, or B, hurting myself just so you can brag to your hardhead buddies that you scrimmaged against a real Steeler at O'Banion's last night. Like, well, get a grip, dude.
I gotta say, your attitude about the people in the town that you were just saying that these people are awesome and that you love representing them on the field and all that stuff. That you kind of have a very dim view of them.
Well, all I can say, I speak from experience. It's like these are the people that I've met. I mean, they're great though. For them, these are wonderful people.
Well, it doesn't sound like you think. Doesn't sound
you
like
would
you
love them.
It sounds like you're saying that with
I love them.
You're saying that through gritted teeth.
Oh no, I'm not at all. Oh, here's a great story.
Uh-huh.
You ready?
Sure.
And I was going to save this for my book, but I'm in a good mood. I've been. I don't want Coach to find out, but I've been drinking a little vino tonight. So a little feeling a little good. You know what, man?
Uh-huh.
I almost didn't make it to the game on Sunday.
To the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, Saturday night, I went out to Shelter.
Okay.
It's this goth club under St. Andrews Hall in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up meeting these three goth chicks, and I ended up going home with them, which is okay because I'm separating from Desiree in about a month.
Uh-huh.
So, oh my God, we partied. It was great.
Okay, so
these chicks were straight out of a Specimen video.
Specimen? You're into Specimen?
I know about it. I mean, I know about all kinds of music. I had a show on my college station back at USC.
Uh-huh.
Played all kinds of stuff, everything from Beatles to Three Doors Down to Neubauten.
Really?
Yeah.
You had I
had Derp Scratch as my co-host for a little bit.
Who?
Derp Scratch.
Who's that?
He was in Fear.
Oh, wow. You actually had a guy from Fear in your...
Yeah.
So
he was kind of my Andy Richter for a little bit.
Okay. So anyway, so it's you...
Keith Morris would stop by, too.
And you end up having a little fling before the game.
Oh, fling is the understatement of the
Yeah.
century. So I wake up
Uh-huh.
at 2 p.m. on Sunday. I have no idea where I am.
Uh-huh.
And I end up having to hotwire one of the cars of one of the chicks in order to drive from Ann Arbor to Detroit to make the game. Which was fair because they rolled me.
The girls rolled you.
Yeah.
How? What do you mean?
All my dough.
They took all your money.
All my credit cards.
Wow. So you kind of paid a price there.
Oh, definitely. So all the while I'm thinking, oh, my God, I hope Coach Coward doesn't try to get a hold of me before the game.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized that he's probably not going to try to get a hold of me because he hasn't spoken to me all season, basically.
How is it that he could not have spoken to you all season? I mean, you're on the team.
Well, Coach Coward doesn't really, chat that much with the second, third stringers or the fourth stringers,
So you don't get a whole lot of. I mean, I have to admit, I am not the world's biggest football fan.
Right.
So how much? I mean, you're not a full-time on the field guy?
Well, I've been what's put on what they refer to as permanent injury reserved list for the whole season.
Permanent injury list.
Yeah.
And why would you be on that list?
Well, I'll tell you the real story because, truth be told, I'm probably going to get traded this spring. Hopefully somewhere nice. But God, I wish the Bahamas had a football team. How cool would that be?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Playing games on a field made of white sand, sipping Coronas on the sidelines.
You might not want to be in full pads, though.
Oh, no. I mean, if you played for the Bahama team, you'd probably wear, like, a bikini brief or something, which I look very good in.
Ugh.
Not that I was included in the Steelers' calendar this year.
Uh-huh. Why was that?
A bone of contention, because I didn't suit up after September 1st. So.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I'll tell you the story because, like I said, I'm probably going to get traded.
Okay.
Okay. Our second preseason game back in August. It's against the Dolphins in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
What a bummer that was. Let's see. Would I rather be playing in Steel Town, playing for Claude and Maud Punch Clock, or in Miami for a bunch of hot models who only came to the game so they can meet the players and party with them afterwards at the Sky Bar? What do you think?
I'm probably going to say you would go with the Miami.
DS.
What?
Damn straight.
Oh, DS. Okay, that's pretty.
So I schooled you just then.
Not cool, but yeah, you schooled. You took me to school. Yeah, I got schooled.
What's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah.
You've been on the show for 20 minutes. It's
What's
Tom.
Your name?
Tom.
What's your whole name?
Tom Scharpling.
Say, I, Tom Scharpling, got schooled.
I, Tom Scharpling, got schooled.
By TR.
By TR.
That's okay.
Is that
I'm just busting your hump there.
I know you. All right, well, thank you.
So, basically, here's what happens. I actually got to play a good portion of the third quarter of this game against the Dolphins back in August, which we won 17-3, I might add.
Uh-huh.
I was doing pretty well, you know.
Yeah.
Made a couple of stellar tackles, didn't get faked out of my jock one bit. There's one play where their running back, Willie Parker, comes driving around my end. I tackle him, and there was this massive pile-on. I'm down at the very bottom of this pile-on with Willie.
Uh-huh.
And the way we're positioned,
mm-hmm.
I was kind of like, seated on his head.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, I'm pretty puffed up. I made this incredible tackle.
Sure.
And as a joke, I passed gas in his face.
Oh.
And, old Willie, he got as mad as a rattlesnake at a Thai wedding, and he grabs my foot and he twists it. Totally screws up my ankle.
Uh-huh. He got as mad as what?
A rattlesnake at a Thai wedding. Have you ever heard that?
A rattlesnake? I don't even know what that means.
I'm not really sure what it means either, but it sounds pretty like he'd be kind of mad, don't you think?
Yeah, sure. I guess so.
So, anyway, my ankle, oh my God, howling pain.
Is that Thai as in Thai food or Thai as in I'm wearing a tie?
No, it's in Thai food, Oriental fare.
Okay.
What the Orientals eat.
The Orient. You mean the Asian people?
Same diff.
No, it's not the same.
It is the same diff. Oh, geez. Oh, I didn't know I was going to get all PC'd on this.
Yeah, well, it's not. Okay. It's not the same diff. I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll let, okay, but you, well, okay, go ahead. So you get your ankle twisted.
Yeah, so, I can't walk at this point, What can I do? I had to suck it up, right?
Yeah.
Like, I sure as hell can't come clean and tell the story of how I let one fly in this guy's face, right?
Yeah, no.
And that's the reason that he maimed me, basically.
So that's why you've been out all year.
Well, it's the kind of thing that follows you, your whole career. It's like I'm not going to be known as Troy Fartman, the flatulent footballer,
Uh-huh.
So
sure.
I pretended I twisted my ankle during the play, and
uh-huh.
It actually worked out great.
Okay, well.
Because the fans were even nicer to me after that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like in the past, I'd go to a restaurant in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You get your apps or your dessert comped.
Uh-huh.
After the injury.
Yeah.
It's like my money wasn't good in Pittsburgh anywhere.
Well, wow. So what's that going to be like now, I guess, if you're in, around town? Is that going to be even, that must be being a Super Bowl champ, it's going to have to be that times, whatever,
Oh, it's got to be, I mean, it's going to be. I imagine I'll get everything for free, like I have in the past,
Uh-huh.
And once my record hits, it's going to be even bigger,
What record?
My single.
You mean like a music record?
Oh yeah, of course.
You have a music record.
Do I have a music record? What are you, like, on the Brady Bunch, a record album or something? Like Cindy would say, "Oh my God, I love this record album."
Yeah. Oh no, I understand that. I'm taking it back when a football player starts talking about having a record. Because I guess usually the average.
A lot of jocks have made records. Jack.
A lot of jocks have records too.
Jack
you know what I mean?
Well,
like criminal.
I do, and I do too.
You do?
Oh, of course I do.
Like, what would be on your criminal record?
Oh, nothing you need to know about.
Oh, just give me one thing.
Well, it involves nudity.
Oh, you know what? I could kind of assume
and
that.
And gunplay.
And go. Well, I kind of didn't assume that.
Well.
So go. Okay, let's talk about your record.
Well, you can check out my stuff, and all your listeners can check out my stuff.
Uh-huh.
I have a website, of course.
Uh-huh.
And it's www.houseofrenfro.com.
Okay, and is that the official website of Troy Renfro?
Yeah, you can check out my stuff. You can download my new single, Honeybone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I'd love to, over the phone, if you don't mind. I got my ghetto blaster here. I could cue it up for you. Just
sure.
Give you a blast of it.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's called Honeybone, and I recorded the stuff with my bro Scott Humphrey, who of course did Methods of Mayhem for Tommy Lee, and little work for Metallica, Crew, Fleetwood Mac, The Cult, Rob Zombie.
So this is pretty legit.
Oh, it's totally. Shut up! It's totally legit.
So this is under the name Troy Renfro?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's hear it. What's it called again?
It's called Honeybone.
Okay, let's hear some.
Here we go.
Whoa, hey! Whoa, I can't. Oh, you can't play that on the radio? Hello, are you there?
What'd you do? Did you cut?
I had to. Yeah, I definitely cut it off.
Why?
Because it was filthy.
No, it wasn't.
You can't. That was like
what
8.
Was filthy
it was like 8 curses.
Oh, come on.
No, it's on the radio.
2006.
Yeah, and it's 2006 on the radio.
Well, I was told this is a high school station.
Well,
right?
No, this is not a high school station.
Well, you sound like you are. You sound like you're about 98 pounds.
Well, you're wrong on that, and I just, what would on earth? When have you ever heard that kind of language on the radio?
I don't listen to the radio that much anymore.
Yeah, okay, when have you, I'm saying ever. When have you ever heard it in your life?
I feel like I heard it, like, when I was listening to, like, truth be told, I never have, I guess. I don't know. I guess I thought because I'm a Steeler I could get away with it.
Yeah, well,
I get away with everything.
You can't. That was terrible. It was so
terribly musically.
Well, first of all,
terrible in terms of the
musically. It sounds a little. I mean, do you really want to know what I think of the music?
Oh, I'm all ears.
I mean, that sounded a little. I'd say a little out of date.
What do you mean?
Just in terms of having that kind of old-fashioned, like new metal sound.
It's totally Biscuitian.
Yeah, is that something to strive for?
I thought it was.
I would think not.
Well, I guess I called the wrong guy then. But anyway, to your listeners who might be into it, you're welcome to download it. It goes up for download next week.
Really?
Yeah.
So people can finally get on board the bandwagon for Troy Renfro.
That's right. MC Troy Roy.
Is that what you call yourself?
I'm going to now. Yeah.
So
It just came to me.
So MC Troy Roy.
Yeah.
Is that what this record's going to be under? What was it again?
MC Troy Roy.
No, what's the name of the record?
Honeybone. That's the first single.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, so I guess if people, the little taste they got there, I guess if they decide they want to spend their 99 cents on Honeybone by MC Troy Roy,
Wait,
I guess
99 cents?
Can go over and check it out.
99 cents. It's actually $9.99.
For what?
What do you mean for what?
The album?
No, for the single. I guess the album, once that's done, will probably be like $79.99.
70.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, $9.99 for what? For that one song?
Yeah.
Really?
Great. It's a good song. It's a total jam. It'll knock your D in the D.
How can you sell a song for $9.99? A single
Because
song?
It's quality. It's that good. Come on, I could really use the dough now.
Well, that's a. You understand how the marketplace works in terms of these songs sell for 99 cents.
Well, I also understand that I'm a Super Bowl champion.
Uh-huh.
And that should knock the price of at least $9.
Well, you're not selling football stuff. You're selling.
I will be though.
What's that?
I will be soon.
You'll be selling football.
I'll probably be selling my game uniform.
A game you didn't play in.
Not that I wore a uniform that day.
You didn't even wear a uniform.
Technically, no.
Why?
I wore a Steelers baseball cap.
Why weren't you even suited up?
Because they lent my uniform to someone else.
They actually.
I haven't played all season.
You don't even have a uniform?
Technically, no. I don't really have a number right now. You promise to keep this on the QT?
On the what?
On the QT.
Yeah, sure.
I lost a bunch of money on the game.
You lost a lot of money on the game?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they covered the spread, though.
Well, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I bet on the game.
On what game? The Super
Bowl.
Well, I mean, that's... But how did you lose money, then?
Guess. I bet on the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's... I was still trying... I was hoping that wasn't what you were going to say.
No. Well...
You actually bet against your own team.
Well, I know it's wrong, but it's not that big a deal because since I wasn't actually in the game or suited up, I didn't influence the outcome at all.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So it wasn't that wrong.
Yeah, well, jeepers, thanks. I'm glad to hear that you didn't actually throw the game.
I'm going to lose my house.
How much did you bet?
My Hummer, and about $120,000 in cash.
How much did you bet?
My house, my Hummer, and about $120,000 in cash.
So you actually just bet everything you own?
In a nutshell, yes.
And now the only thing you must own is pretty much Honeybone, your song Honeybone.
Honeybone and something else.
What's the something else?
Would you be up for buying a ring?
What the ring?
Yeah.
Your Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
You're going to sell your Super Bowl ring. Really? You're going to sell your Super Bowl ring?
How much would you give me for it?
I'd give you nothing for it because I could care less.
You're as bad as Hines, Ward.
Why is that? That's another player on your team.
Yeah. Dude gets the MVP, and he gets a trip to Disney World as a perk.
Mm-hmm.
He announces he's taking Bettis
as
his guest.
Okay.
That hurts, I thought Hines and I were brohams.
That he would take you,
yeah,
who didn't play in the game and doesn't do anything.
So, like I said, we used to be brohams.
And a guy who bet against the team.
He doesn't know. Well, he probably knows it now.
Well, you're saying it on the radio, so.
No. He said I had no vibe happening.
No vibe.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, those are damning words.
Yeah.
Did he say that at the parade today?
Where?
At the parade, the Super Bowl parade in Pittsburgh.
Oh, geez, that was today, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm in L.A. right now. I guess I spaced on the parade. I went straight to law from Detroit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, geez. That's not going to get me in too good with the coach, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you should have been at the parade for your Super Bowl victory.
Well, I had a very important commitment that I had to honor.
What was that?
Well, you are talking to one of the 5 judges of this year's Miss Hustler pageant. It's
Wow.
one of the biggest honors out there.
yeah. I guess it is a huge honor. I mean, I would put that right up there with the honor of I don't know, winning a Super Bowl.
Well, wait till you hear who the other judges are.
Who?
Dennis Rodman.
Wow, there's a shocker. He won't do anything for money.
He hate me.
Okay, yeah, the guy from the XFL.
That's right. Jeremy Piven.
another shocker. The actor who's on Entourage, who seemingly will show up at any premiere he's invited to.
And this one guy who I'm totally hitting it off with. I didn't know anything about before.
Who's that?
Marky Ramone.
Marky Ramone.
Yeah.
Really?
He's this guy. I mean, he's incredible. He's got this new book out that's like the talk of the erotic fiction world.
Yeah,
heard about this.
He talked about it last week.
Great.
Wow, you are in proud company. 2 days ago, you were a Super Bowl champion. Now you're ready to sell your ring, and you're bragging about you're bragging about being, what is the name of the pageant?
The Miss Hustler pageant.
The Miss Hustler pageant.
Yeah. You should see these chicks.
Oh,
actually, chicks is sort of too much of a compliment. They're broads.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, proud moments. Yeah. Well, I guess you'll get out of this financial hole you're in, having bet against your own team, when people start buying your one song for $10.
Well, there's that, and you also planted a seed just now.
What's that?
I could become like a really kick-ass pimp.
A pimp?
Yeah. I could start pimping.
Oh, that's something.
I could totally make my dough back.
That's something to be proud of.
Yes, thank you for kickstarting that notion.
Oh, I had nothing to do.
I'm not going to split the proceeds with you, though.
I don't want any money generated from pimping.
Do you want to buy this ring, though?
No.
Come on. I'll have it inscribed to you.
You're going to have...
To Timmy from Troy.
You're going to have your Super Bowl ring transcribed to me.
To Timmy from Troy.
I heard, I'm trying to gloss over the fact you're saying my name wrong.
I'm sorry, what's it, Tammy?
No, it's Tammy. I'm a woman.
Tippin.
What?
Tippy.
No, it's Tom.
You sound like you're about 30 pounds.
It's Tom.
You sound like you're dust. I'm
not dust. Well, you sound like you're going to be dust soon with this financial situation.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? What do you mean? You don't grasp the idea that you just lost your house?
Honey, this guy wants to give me a Hummer.
Okay.
Boy, okay.
On that note,
do you want to buy that ring or not?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to shove it down your face.
Yeah, good. There we go. Proud moments.